Coach Park Jae-won.
Seoul, South Korea. They were the winners of the Asia Pacific Zone Championship.
Coach Lee Ji-won.
Reserves they have on the field right now that are being introduced. Lee Ho-young is one of them. Lee Wang-goon.
Number 26.
Number 11.
Lee
Number 18.
Ho-young. Batting
right
second,
field,
playing center
Park
field, number
Young
1,
Bin,
Kong
and
Moon
in left field,
Gu.
Bae Young Sung, and wearing number 7, the pitcher.
Batting third,
would
playing
be
third
Song
base, number
Ho
13,
Young.
Choi Hyun
So the starting lineup
Kyu.
for the Korean team will be Kim, Kang, Choi,
Batting fourth,
Kwon,
catching
Sim
number
Lee,
47,
Park
Kwon
Bae
Hyun.
Sung.
Yong.
That's the starting lineup for the team from Korea. From
Batting
Seoul.
fifth, playing first
Starting
base,
lineup
number
will-
10,
and the reserves
Sim
for the team
Jun
from
Seoul.
North Carolina, the Greensboro Green. Their reserves include Chad Carpenter, wears number 16, number 8, Mark Scott, number 21,
Batting sixth,
Eli
playing
Willen,
second base,
number 19, Jackson
number 16,
Dempsey,
Lee Wong Kian.
number 17, Patty McConaughey,
Batting
number
seventh,
15,
playing
Ethan
right field,
Perry,
number 17,
number 14,
Park
Tyler Lamar,
Jong Bing.
number 20, Bryson Hamlet, and number 13, Gus.
Batting eighth, playing left field, number 8,
Gus
Bia
Hughes,
Hyun
number
Song.
13. The starting lineup for
And batting ninth,
Greensboro,
the
North
pitcher,
Carolina, they were the winners
number
of
7,
the East Zone
Song
Championship.
Ho Jong.
Starting in center field, number 3, Noah Lee. Third baseman, number 1, Cody Donnell. Pitcher, C.J. Johnson, wears
Ladies
number
and
22.
gentlemen, please stand and remove your caps
First
for
baseman,
the playing of the Korean
number 7,
national
Isaiah
anthem.
Hairston. Isaiah Rem at shortstop, Justin Green, catcher, Martinez, left field, Jenkins, right field, Devin Tompkins at center. There's the Korean national anthem.
Shake hands, gentlemen, and have a good game.
They played the national anthem for the United States after the, or prior to the start of the first game. So here we just played the national anthem of Korea, South Korea, to start the second game. Both teams shake hands before and after the game here.
Your umpires for game 2.
Pony League. Pony League.
Third base
PONY
umpire, Randy
stands for protecting
Kursky.
our nation's youth. And,
Second base
started
umpire,
back
Terry
in
Erickson.
1951 by Lou Hayes.
First
the
base
sports editor
umpire,
of the
Tom
Observer
Haas.
Reporter newspaper. He was a member
And behind the
of
plate,
the Washington,
Chad
Pennsylvania community. It
Ozzie.
began with the Pony League. It was meant to be just a transition league for 13 and 14-year-olds. They wanted to graduate from Little League Baseball and wanted to play on a regular-sized baseball diamond. And that's what prompted the Pony League being formed. And by the end of the second season, back in 1952, the Pony League had expanded from the 6 original teams to the 505 teams from 106 leagues around the country. And now North Carolina, that is Noah Lee, the number 3. He steps into the plate to the right side. And with a 90-degree temperature outside and clear skies, the first pitch takes place at 2:01 on a Friday as Lee fouls off the first pitch straight back and puts the count at 0-1. Second pitch is outside for a ball, evens the count at 1-1. Noah Lee lives in Greensboro, North Carolina. Loves his Atlanta Braves. Mookie Betts is his favorite player. Takes his 1-1 pitch inside for a ball. And the count's 1-1. Good game in the first game here. Puerto Rico knocking off Bay City, Michigan 4-1. This is game 2 as Sung Ho Jung, his pitch is low for a ball. puts the count at 3-1. Here at Brentwood Park, it's 320 down the left field line, 325 to right, 400 center field. They shade Noah toward left center, but he's able to take ball 4 for the walk. And North Carolina, they have their first runner on. And that's going to bring up third baseman number 1, Cody Donald, here as the second batter of the game. Cody resides in Pleasant Garden, North Carolina, 16-year-old junior. As Song, his first pitch is inside, just inside the curveball. Puts the count at 1-0 here against Cody Donald, number 1. 1-0 pitch from Jung. A little bit low for ball 2. Again, Korea playing just shading just a little bit toward left center for Cody Donald. The 2-0 pitch is lined into center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Lee rounds second, makes his way to third. The relay comes in towards.
When we were looking for a streaming platform, we were looking for something reliable. It just had to work.
It is Donald that gets the single and drives Lee over to third. Cody Donald stands on first, and that's going to bring up the starting pitcher for North Carolina, number 22, C.J. Johnson. He hits from the left side, shakes hands with the catcher, Kwon Young. Also shakes the hands of the home plate umpire, that is Chad Ozzie, behind the plate. And the umpire has to step out and say something to the pitcher as they're chatting out. I guess the manager came out to direct traffic as they're shading the outfield over toward the right side. So that's C.J. Johnson at the plate for North Carolina. Throw over to first. Not in time as Cody Donald stands on first. Noah Lee is at third with nobody out here. Top of the first inning for North Carolina. Pitch is inside, but Kwon drops the ball, and that allows Cody Donald to scamper down towards second base on the pass ball. A bit of a delay here at the start of the game. We were supposed to start at 1:50, but the team from Korea, they didn't have the proper catching equipment, and so they had to make arrangements, and the Southern Illinois Miners actually came through. They had an extra set of gear. The decisions committee, Randy Crompton, they allowed that to take place, and that's what caused the delay here in this second game as the pitch is fouled off from Johnson. Straight back, puts the count at 0-2. Our decision committee for today's game will be Randy Crompton, Stephanie Allen, and Denny Doyle. And if there's any questions that come up during the game, the committee gets together. They decide what the decision is. No balls and 2 strikes with nobody out here. Top of the first inning. The pitch is lined toward third. It's caught by Choi at third base for Korea, so that's the first out. And C.J. Johnson lines out to third here in the first inning. First baseman number 7, Isaiah Hairston, the next one to step into the plate for Carolina. And again, the catcher, Kwon, he goes over toward his coach toward there, and the Koreans are in the first base dugout. North Carolina in the third base dugout, and he wants to switch out to catcher's mitt now, and he does. Maybe he'll be a little bit more comfortable. It's got to be odd if you're not wearing your own gear. You're getting gear that doesn't belong to you for the first time, and in a game as important as this, you want to make sure you can get as comfortable as you can, and Kwong hopefully has things settled down as the pitch to Hairston is a little bit low for ball one. Carolina has a runner at third base. That's Noah Lee. Cody Donnell stands at second base. 2 runners in scoring position. The 1-0 pitch is low again for ball 2. Thank you for watching here on the live stream. Hope you've enjoyed it so far. Game 1 was a good one. 4-1 Puerto Rico over Bay City, Michigan. This is the second game of 20 that you'll see here on the live stream over the course of the next 5 days as the pitch is grounded to first. First baseman fields it. He's going to take it himself. And Noah Lee scores on the sacrifice. So Carolina gets on the board first. And we're going to say 1-0 Carolina as Isaiah Hairston gets the sacrifice. And it goes 1 unassisted for the first out here in the first inning. Or for the second out here in the first inning. I'll get it right. Bear with me. It is 2 down, top of the first. And at the plate, Isaiah Rem for Carolina. Hits from the left side. First pitch from Song is in there for a strike. It's got to be a little bit of nerves for both of these teams to start the game. Of course, the Netherlands, the defending team, is the 1 strike pitch is outside, evens the count at 1-1. They're here. They don't play until tomorrow, and they are going to take on the winner of one of the games here today. They'll take on the winner of the Brownsville, Texas, and the Marion game. It's ground ball toward the left side to short. Kim comes up with it, fires across, but not in time. Plus, that allows Cody Darnell to score from third. So Isaiah Ram legs out a single for Carolina. So 3 of the first 5 to bat here in the first inning have reached base, and already Carolina has a 2-0 lead. It's going to bring to the plate Justin Brady, the catcher. He wears number 5. He moves over to the left side of the batter's box. So Song has given up 2 runs here in the first. And Isaiah Rem stands at first base. First pitch is just a bit inside as catcher Kwan looks back, kind of frames it for Chad Ozzie, but doesn't get the call. So it's a 1-ball, no strike count with 2 out here. Top of the first inning, 2-0 North Carolina lead as Isaiah takes off for second base, and nice throw from Kwan gets him at second for the 3rd out. So that is going to allow Justin Brady to come to the plate in the second inning. But we've got 3 outs here in the 3rd. So on the throw from Kwan to second baseman Lee gets the 3rd out here in the first. North Carolina scored 2. They lead it 2-0. We're heading to the bottom of the first. Kim Jung-song steps into the plate to lead things off for South Korea and plays shortstop. Wears number 2, bats from the right side. C.J. Johnson up on top of the mound. He takes the bump for North Carolina. The left-hander stands on the third base side of the rubber, and he is ready to go here in the bottom of the second. The first pitch is up just a bit for ball 1. As the second pitch from C.J. Johnson in there for a 1-1 count. Kim Jung-song lives in Seoul. Goes to Sungnam High School in Seoul, South Korea. 1-1 pitch in there for a strike. Strike 2 for Johnson. Every time he throws, his hat falls off. He's got that much hair, which it must be nice to have that problem. I don't, personally. Johnson's 1-2 pitch in the dirt. Ball 2, 2-2.
We were looking for a platform.
Left field, center field, and in right field. 2-2 pitch is fouled off by Kim. to the left side. Keeps the count at 2-2. Two-two pitch from Johnson. Loses the grip on it, goes way outside. Runs the count full, 3-2. As North Carolina able to get 2 runs across in the top of the first inning. 3-2 pitch way high, and Kim is gonna take first on the base on balls. Makes his way down to first. It's gonna bring up center fielder number 1. Kong Ming-gu is the second to hit. He plays center field, wears number 1. He bats from the right side. So now Johnson, CJ Johnson, will work from the stretch. Runner at first, that's Kim. And he throws to first. Kim's able to get back in there. Apparently they did get him. Didn't look that close, but the ump at first says they did, so picks him off at first base. Clears the bases for Seoul, South Korea. Pitch from Johnson is high. Puts the count at 1-0. 1-0 here. Pitch is lined foul down the left field line. Hits the wall, bounces back out toward left field as Martinez has to retrieve it, throws it back in. Gets it into third base umpire Randy Kershke, who was behind the plate in game 1. 1-1 count with 1 down here, bottom of the first inning. Kong at the plate. From the right side, the pitch is in there for a strike. 1-2 now. The first pitch at C.J. Johnson's hat did not come off, and it was in for a strike. Maybe that's good fortune. The 1-2 pitch is fouled off to the right, over the top of the press box here at Brentwood Park. 335 325 in right field, 320 in left field, 400 to straightaway center with the green batter's eye. Foul balls here during the Colt World Series. If you return a foul ball to the umpires, the table on the concourse, you get a $10 gift certificate to Dick's Sporting Goods as Kong strikes out swinging for the second out here in the inning. So Johnson gets his first strikeout of the game. That's going to bring up third baseman, number 13, Choi Young-hoo.
Now batting, the catcher, number 47, Kwon Young.
First pitch is inside for a ball.
Correction. Now batting, third baseman, number 13, Choi Young.
Pitch inside for ball 2. Choi Young-hoo is the batter. 2-0. Pitch catches the inside corner fastball of 81 miles an hour from C.J. Johnson. So defensively for North Carolina, you're looking at Martinez in left, Lee in center, Jenkins in right. From third to first, Donald, Rem, Tompkins, and Hairston. As 2-1 pitch is high for 3-1, and Brady behind the plate catching for the team coached by Brett Garrett, his assistant coach Pella Stokes, and the business manager Larry Farrar. The 3-1 pitch is in there, catches the inside corner, runs it full to Choi. Here with 2 outs in the bottom of the first inning, North Carolina scored 2 in the top, and that's where we stand 2-0. 3-2 full count pitch high, and Choi is gonna walk. The second walk given up by Johnson here. The first one picked off by C.J. Johnson.
The catcher, number
Catcher now for Kwon Yuk Young is the catcher. He hits from the right side, wears number 47. With a man on at first, that's Choi. C.J. Johnson again from the stretch. The left-hander steps and throws inside for ball one. One ball, no strikes, 2 outs. As Johnson throws over, and Choi is able to get back in with the right hand, diving back into first. Synthetic turf here at Rent One Park. So you slide well on this turf. You'll see on the video stream where little particles, rubber particles that fill in the grass blades on this turf. So from time to time, you'll see that pop up as somebody's running or as they slide in. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs here, bottom of the first inning. Johnson throws over to first, and Choi's able to get back in. Busy place, this Rent One Park. Just a couple of weeks ago, they had a big weekend concert here. Included Luke Combs, and Nelly was here. Luke Combs on a Friday night, Nelly here on Saturday night. So this facility gets used a lot as Johnson throws one right down the pipe. 1-2 to Kwon here in the bottom of the first. In the 10-game homestand for the Southern Illinois Miners wrapped up last night. They're on the road now for about 3 days. They'll be back later toward midweek next week. Johnson's pitch in the dirt gets away. That allows Choi to make his way toward second base on the pass ball. So now a runner in scoring position for Seoul, South Korea. That's Choi. Kwon at the plate. And he's looking at a 2-2 count with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning. Johnson looks back towards second. Sets. Pitches. High for a ball. 3-2. Full count. Warmed up to about 90 degrees here at Rent One Park. If you want a suntan, it's a good place to be while you're watching a ball game. Johnson's pitch is hit on the ground left side. Big hole there as Short had pulled over. Here comes Choi rounding third, and throw toward the plate is going to be cut off. They throw back behind the runner at first. So Seoul, South Korea gets on the board. Choi scores on the single by Kwon. And we've got a 2-1 ball game as Kwon gets the RBI single.
First baseman, number 10,
Simju Soy steps in for Seoul in this ball game. He hits from the right side. He plays first base. Wears number 10. With a runner at first, it's a 2-1 ball game. C.J. Johnson, again from the stretch, pitches outside for ball 1 against Sim. Puerto Rico won game 1. This is game 2. Game 3 will have Brownsville, Texas taking on Marion. That game is set for 4 o'clock today. And then tonight, the nightcap will be Southern Illinois taking on Mazatlan, Mexico. That'll be the nightcap game for day 1. We'll have all the action here on the live stream the entire weekend into next Wednesday through the championship game. Looking forward to bring all of it to you as Johnson's pitch was high, taken high for ball 2. 2-0 with 2 outs. Bottom of the first inning. This first inning seems like it's taken forever. Johnson's pitch down the middle for a strike. 2-1. Again, if you don't know a lot about Pony League Baseball, we'll try to bring you up to date on where it started as we go along. As Johnson's pitch in there for a strike, 2-2. Started back in 1951 in Pennsylvania by a news reporter. His name was Lou Hayes. He was a sports editor.
When we were looking for a streaming platform,
just to kind of wait for 13 and 14-year-olds as Johnson's pitch gets away, but The runner at first, Quan, doesn't advance. He stays at first. The first base coach comes over and says, you got to be ready to go. Taps him on the backside and says, all right, here we go. I believe that's assistant coach Park Jae-won. C.J. Johnson with a full count, 2 outs. His pitch, right down the middle for a strikeout as he gets him looking to end the inning. So, Seoul, South Korea scores 1. We got a good ball game going on right now after 1. It is Greensboro, North Carolina 2, Seoul, South Korea 1.
Ages,
Game. So we're just in the second inning. First pitch is a little bit low. Young pitched 1 inning, gave up 2 hits, allowed 2 runs, 1 earned run, 1 walk, no strikeouts. As pitch number 2 is outside for a ball for So Ha-min. 2-0 pitch is popped in the air right side. And the right fielder comes in, slides on his knees, and makes the catch. That is Park Young-bin that comes in and makes the catch.
Now batting, left fielder, number 11.
Flies out to right
Derek
field with 1
Martinez.
out. So that's going to bring up left fielder Derek Martinez. Where's number 11? He hits from the left side. Good sized boy standing there in the plate. Really kind of steps up on the plate. The first pitch from Sao is a ball. 1-0. 1 out. Top of the second inning. So's next pitch is outside for ball 2. So Pony League, it started back in 1951. 1952, by the end of the season, there were 505 teams, 106 leagues around the country that began playing. And now, Pony League is worldwide as we have the International World Series here at Rent-One Park. Over 500,000 players, 50 states, 50 countries play in Pony League. 7 different divisions, boys and girls softball, all included in that. As the pitch catches the inside corner, count runs 2-2 with 1 out to Derek Martinez. Of course, there's the Shetland League, Pinto, Mustang, Bronco, Pony, Colt, Palomino, and Thoroughbred. As So's pitches outside. Count is full, 3-2 with 1 out. To Martinez, very patient batter so far. The 3-2 pitch, lined, popped up just behind second base. And it's caught by the second baseman, Lee, as he has a long way to go. Kind of a floating fly ball, as it were. Flies out to the second baseman for the second out. And right fielder
Now batting,
Luke Jenkins
right fielder, number 9.
From the left
Luke
side, he wears
Jenkins.
number 9. Nice play by Lee Woon-chan to make that catch for the second out. So's first pitch is just a touch low for ball 1. Seeing first game, there were about 3 outstanding plays as the second baseman for North Carolina, Sontag, made a couple of nice plays. The 1-0 pitch outside. Oh, in there, caught the corner actually. 1-1. Nobody on. Luke Jenkins at the plate. His 1-1 pitch outside is in the dirt. 2-1. Both teams able to score in the top of the first. Quiet so far for Greensboro, North Carolina. 2-1 pitch. Driven in gap in right field. The center fielder can't get to it. Skips over his glove, but he's backed up by Park, who gets it in. But it is Jenkins that's able to get into second base for the stand-up double. First hit here in the second inning. Will they rule that a single or a double rather, or on the air.
Now batting, the catcher.
At the plate.
Number 2,
He's going to bring up
Devin Jenkins.
Tompkins. So Tompkins will be at the plate. Trying to decide, is that an error? It did hit off the center fielder's glove on the hop.
Tompkins, correction.
Devin Tompkins is the batter. As he takes ball 1. Drive to center field. It was a hit for Luke Jenkins. We're going to give him a double. So 1 ball, no strike pitch, catches the outside corner, 73 miles an hour from So, and evens the count at 1-1 with 2 outs here in the top of the 2nd inning. Sometimes it takes a couple of minutes to decide. Was that an error? Was it a hit? The 1-1 pitch lined right back at the pitcher. So grabs it, underhands it over toward first. That's where Sim takes the throw for the 3rd out here.
Ain't it fun?
They rule that a hit toward center field. They're not going to give the error on that. Looking at the line score right now, 2 runs for North Carolina on 3 hits, no errors. Korea 1 run on 2 hits, no errors. C.J. Johnson on the mound. From the stretch, his pitch is bunted right back at him. He looks at second, throws to first, gets the runner as he slides in head first. That was Park. He's out 1-3, but it does sacrifice Lee over toward second base. So
now batting,
has
left fielder,
runner in scoring
number
position
8,
with 1 down
Bae
here in
Hyung
the bottom of
Sung.
the 2nd inning. Brings up Bae Young Jong to the plate for South Korea. He hits from the right side, right up on top of the plate, takes the first pitch in for a strike. No balls, 1 strike with 1 out. 2-1 lead. C.J. Johnson, the left-hander. Pitches, grounds it toward the left side. Third baseman Donnell gets it, slings across to Hairston. And the play goes 5-3 for the 2nd out. But again, the sacrifice brings Lee over toward third base. So he's 90 feet away from tying up this game.
Now batting, the pitcher, number 21, So Ha Min.
First pitch is outside for a ball. C.J. Johnson on the mound for North Carolina. Throws it down the middle. The catcher bobbles it. It gets away from him, but Lee is not able to advance. Song Ho Jung is the batter. Where's number 21? Excuse me. So Ha Min is number 21. So there was a change made. He's looking at a 2-ball and 1-strike count with 2 outs here. Hitting number 9. Johnson's pitch is line foul left side. Up in the seats here at Rent One Park. Lots of changes early for Seoul, South Korea. Pitch from C.J. Johnson, the 2-2 pitch. Just able to get just a piece of it as So was able to foul it back right below us here. Count stays at 2-2. Runner at third base. That is Lee. And on the on deck is Kim Jung-zong for his waiting on his second at bat of the game. Johnson's pitch tapped right back off the top of his glove. Shortstop gets it, but he's not able to get a throw, and Korea is able to tie this game as Lee just walks home. Bouncer over the top of the pitcher's mound. C.J. Johnson jumped up as high as he could, hit off the top of his glove, and shortstop Rem was not able to get a throw away. That drives in the run.
Now
so
batting,
a single,
shortstop,
single by
number 2,
So
Kim Jun.
He stands at first base, back to the top of the order for Korea. Kim Ju-shang is at the plates. Last time up, grounded out to the pitcher. This time he drives it into center field. Noah's making a run back. It's over his head. It's going to the wall. Around third is going to be Song. He's going to make it home as Kim stops at second base, and he has a long RBI, drives it in the gap in center field, more to the right side of the center fielder, goes all the way to the wall. He has a stand-up double and an RBI. As So has to make his way from first base all the way around. He's going to have to sit down and get a breather. And now we have officials, the umps are talking with the translator for Korea. Spoke with her a few minutes ago before the start of the game. As I'm going through the list, you can, I hope I do the names justice. She was a big help. Everything seems okay, though. Coaches are good.
Now batting.
So we're tied
the center
up here,
fielder,
2-2.
number 1, Kang Moon.
Two
Gu.
hits for Korea here. A single by So, a double by Kim, and at the plate is Kang Min Gu. His second time at the plate. First time up, he struck out. 2 down, 2-2 ball game. C.J. Johnson, again from the stretch, looks back towards second, releases outside, catches the corner for strike 1. So if the first 2 innings are any indication, this is going to be a dandy ball game for you. Johnson again takes a look back. Kim gets a lead. Ball is fouled off. It's off the shin guard of the catcher, Brady. He's aggravated that he didn't catch that. Takes a walk around, shakes it off. I think it caught his finger as well. So the count's 0-2 on Kang Min Gu. Two ball game. Here's Johnson's pitch, swung on and missed for the third out of the inning, but Korea is able to tie it up here with 2 base hits. They scored 2 in the bottom of the second. We're all knotted up at 2. Inning 3 is coming up.
Why don't you just meet me in the middle? Oh, yeah, I'm losing.
Lee's first pitch in there.
Now
is
batting
good
for
a
Greensboro,
strike.
North
Noah
Carolina,
Lee
the center
leads
fielder,
off the
number
top
3,
of
Noah
the third
Lee.
For Carolina. He scored, he walked in the first inning, went later scored as the pitch for Lee is way outside, ball 2. Lee. Kind of a sidearm. Nice release, though. Outside once again, 2-1 the count. Noah Lee, the batter, he hits from the right side. He awaits the 2-1 pitch. Pops it up, left side. Shortstop has to shield his eyes from the sun. Third comes over, but shortstop winds up taking it. That is Kim, who makes the, or Song rather, that makes the catch. Number 2 for Korea, Kim Young Song. So we have 1 down here in the top of
now
the
batting,
third inning.
third baseman, number 1, Cody Donald.
Cody Donald steps in at the baseman. His first time up, he singled. Took second on a pass ball, and then he scored. Strike on the corner. Cody Donald plays center field for Carolina. Made that diving attempt on a fly ball in the gap earlier. Missed it just off his glove. The pitch is in for a strike. Runs the count 0-2. Lee Wong-goon is the pitcher for Korea. He has an 0-2 count now on Cody Daniel. Lee's pitch, the 0-2, as Donald just flails at it. Gets the strikeout swinging, so 2 down quickly here in the top of the third inning. Brings to the plate C.J. Johnson, number 22. It's kind of surprising when I saw him take the mound for the first time, because when he hits, he tucks his long hair up underneath his helmet. I'll not talk about his hair anymore. We'll do that. How about that? Catches the corner. The first pitch from Lee. 0-1 on a 67-mile-an-hour changeup from the right side. Lee Wong-goon, he throws right-handed, but stands on the third base side of the rubber, kind of sidearm, slings it across as he misses inside to C.J. Johnson. Johnson hits from the left side. The left-hand throwing pitcher waits on the pitch. Drives it towards center field. That is way over the center fielder's head. It's going to go all the way to the wall. Johnson rounds first. On his way towards second. It is Gu that gets it, and Johnson is trying to get to third, and he does. He slides into third base with a triple, but he grabs his left ankle as he comes into the bag. Johnson in with a triple for North Carolina. As he's kind of guarding that left ankle. He's a little slow getting up. Now he's standing up on the bag. So that's going to bring up the first baseman. That is Isaiah Hairston, number 7. He'll hit from the left side. North Carolina, another scoring opportunity with 2 outs here in the top of the third inning as Lee Wong-goon is on the mound. He looks over toward third base. That's C.J. Johnson, the runner there, but he delivers a ball outside. 1-0 the count. Here in the top of the third to Hairston. Wondering if he's any relation to Jerry Hairston, former SIU ball player. Inside from Lee Wong-goon. Counts 2-0, 2 down. Hairston up on top of the plate. Swings at the pitch and misses. 2-1 now to Hairston. Two-one pitch inside, catches the corner. 2-2 now. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. As the catcher, Quan, thought he had the third strike, he started to walk it off. The umpire, home plate umpire, Chad Ozzie, says, nope, it was a ball. So we have a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 1 on at third. That's Johnson, the pitcher. And the pitch is swung on and missed as Isaiah Hairston strikes out swinging to end the top of the third. So North Carolina is not able to score. And we have a tie ball game. 2-2 heading to the bottom of the third. second. C.J. Johnson, still the pitcher, throws one right down the middle for a strike to Choi. Johnson so far, 47 strikes, 29 balls. Next pitch is on the way outside for a ball one. 4 o'clock is the scheduled start of the next game. It'll be a little bit late, but that's going to feature Brownsville, Texas, taking on Marion in the third game of the day as Johnson misses outside 2-1. The count to Choi here in the third inning. And then the nightcap game will be a dandy Southern Illinois taking on Mazatlan, Mexico for the final game of the day. As Choi fouls that one over the top of us here, hits the roof above our head. Sometimes you might hear that on the crowd mic. Dimensions here for the pitchers and for the players in this Colt League. Regular dimensions, 90-foot bases, 60.5 feet from the pitcher's mound. 2-2 pitches, lined foul, just foul by about 3 feet to the right side. So Choi's going to have to step back in. Reload, C.J. Johnson. When he hit that triple a few minutes ago in the top of the third, he was a little slow to get up. He still seems like he's favoring that ankle. And as a matter of fact, so much so that his catcher, Brady's going out to see him. Shortstop, Rem comes in to talk to him.
We were looking for a platform.
Still nobody from Carolina. All the players are coming in around C.J. Johnson. The umpire makes his way back toward the mound now. Here comes Brett Garrett. He's going to go out and check the status on his pitcher, who's knelt down now. For Choi. He's looking at a 2-2 count from C.J. Johnson, the left-hander. Steps, fires, catches the corner, strikes out Choi for the first out here in the third inning, the bottom of the third. So that's going to bring in Kwon. One down.
Now batting, catcher, number 47.
The catcher, number 47. Kwon Yuk Kwon. At the plate, the right-hander. Swings at the first pitch. Strike one for C.J. Johnson. Defensively, Martinez, Lee, Jenkins in the outfield, left to right. Donald, Rem, Tompkins, Harrison, left to right. On the infield, the 0-1 pitch fouled off at his feet. That is Kwon. First time up, he singled and was stranded in the first inning. 3-2 game. Korea with the lead. Starting to see more people filter their way into the ballpark as the pitch from Johnson's outside for ball one. Next pitch swung on and missed as Kwon strikes out swinging. 2 down now. And that's going to bring up Sim Jun So. Sim Jun So.
First baseman, number 10, Sim Jun So.
Where's number 10? His first time up. Was a strikeout for the third out back in the first inning. Nobody on. 3-2 ball game. Pitch is low from Johnson for ball one. The 1-0 pitch, just a bit outside for ball two as Johnson again is nursing that left ankle, bends over, places his hands on his thighs, waits for just a second. Now he steps back on the rubber. The 2-0 pitch outside 3-0. kneels down on top of the mound and actually signals to his coach, Brett Garrett, to come out to the mound. The trainer's going to third as Penny's first pitch is in there for a strike. He took over the count left by C.J. Johnson, 3-1 with 2 outs, the ball high, and that's going to walk Sim. He's going to make his way toward first base. And it's going to bring in Lee Woon Chong, second baseman for Korea.
Number 16, Lee Woon.
The obvious
Pitch from Penny's outside, a 77-mile-an-hour fastball. Sim is at first. Lee at the plate. The 1-0 pitch driven down the left field line, foul, and over the wall from the grassy knoll here at Rent One Park. If you've not ever been here to a ball game, hope you make it out. Check it out. We love our field here at Rent One. Synthetic turf. 1-1 pitch to Lee. Fouled straight back into the netting. 1 ball and 2 strikes now with 2 outs. The rule they have here at Rent One for these pony games, if you get a foul ball, we ask that you bring it back as the ball's driven in the goal as the second baseman, Tonkinson, went to the bag. A single for Lee, and that moves Sim over to third base on the base hit single for Lee Woon Chan. And that's going to bring up the right fielder, Park Young Bin,
Right fielder, number 17.
who he grounded out to the pitcher back in the second inning. So Korea has 2 on with 2 outs, runners at first and third. Ethan Penny needs to be able to work around this. Can Korea extend the lead? They lead at 3-2. Ethan Penny works from the stretch. Pitch is in there for a strike, and Lee, who was on first, is able to take off for second. We'll give him the stolen base on that. So now both runners are in scoring position. Base hit could score 2. Park Young Ben drives it left side. Third baseman picks it up. He's going to try and tag the runner, and he does. Taps him on the back for the 3rd out of the inning on the ground ball. So it was unassisted by the third baseman, the 3rd out. Nobody scores, and Korea not able to drive one home. It's 3-2, Korea over Greensboro, North Carolina. You're listening to the 2018 Colt World Series. As the pitch was inside and Ream was squared up to bunt, he had to jump out of the way quickly from that left side batter's box. He climbs back in after taking a stroll around. 2-0. Pitch is high for ball 3. 3-0 now to Isaiah Rem. Rem in the box, ready to go. Pitch catches the corner for strike 1, 3-1. Isaiah Rem goes to Guilford High School, Southeast Guilford High School, Forest Oaks, North Carolina. He hits it to the first baseman. He scoops and misses the ball, and Rem is able to get on after the error by the first baseman. So Serene on the air, E3. That's going to bring up Justin Brady, the catcher. Number 5, he's going to walk to the left side of the batter's box. And speed from Ream was what did it, as So had the ball just pop out of the glove right at his feet. He didn't realize it in time, couldn't scoop it up and get back to the bag. So Ream is on first. The bunt is right back at the pitcher. They throw it down towards second. They get Ream at second, so that goes 1-4. 1-4 to get Ream at second. Fielder's choice for Justin Brady. He winds up at first base with one down. And Derek Martinez will be the batter. Left fielder number 11. He hits from the left side. So they just swap places. Justin Brady at first. Here's Martinez at the plate. Ball pitch from Lee is high. 1-0. See some players up in right field, up in the hot corner area. Looks like it's the guys getting ready to play the next game, the Marion team in their red jerseys, as Martinez lines it into left field. Left fielder bobbles it. That's going to allow Ream to get to third, and they're going to hold him up there. Martinez slides in, or just strolls into second base with a stand-up double as he hits it off the feet. Hit the left fielder right in the shin, bounced away. Brady's able to round second, make his way toward third.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 9, Luke Jenkins.
So a single by Martinez. We've got 2 runners on. We got a substitution coming in. It's going to be a relief pitcher coming in from the bullpen for Korea. As Jenkins fouls off the first pitch straight behind us. 1 down here in top of the 4th inning. North Carolina down 1 run, 3-2. Pitch is fouled off toward the left side, 0-2 now. North Carolina got off to a hot start as the first 2 batters were able to score. Noah Lee, he walked. Then it was Cody Donald that singled him. As the pitch gets away from the catcher on ball on the strike 3, and they throw it away. They throw it out into right field. That is going to allow Brady to score. He comes in to tie the game at 3. Martinez goes to third on the throw. And Jenkins is on first after the strikeout and the error on the catcher on the pass ball.
Now batting, the catcher.
So again, still 2 on the bags. Luke Jenkins at first, Martinez at second. The drop third strike by Kwon, the catcher of Korea. At the plate now is Devin Tompkins. He hits from the right side. Park, his pitch is high. It's warmed up here on a Friday afternoon after some below normal temperatures over the last week or so. A little warm here today as Jenkins is able to steal second base. He's going to stand at second, so 2 on now and in scoring position for North Carolina with 1 out here. They can make some noise, maybe take the lead. It's 90 degrees in southern Illinois with clear skies, mostly clear skies. Park's pitch, he steps off, calls timeout. So Tompkins, his first time up, he grounded out for the 3rd out in the 2nd inning. Steps back in, Park's pitch, catches a corner for a strike, 2-1. All tied at 3. In the top of the 4th, the pitch in for a strike. Strike 2 evens the count, 2-2. Pitch from Park. Fouled off to the right side. First base coach grabs it. Going to throw it right back. So Kwon, the left-hander, resets from the stretch. Popped straight up. Kwon, the catcher, tosses the mask, eyes it, gloves it, catches it for the second out. Here in the fourth inning. That's going to bring up center fielder Noah Lee, who scored the first run of the game for North Carolina. Number 3 made a diving catch on a liner in left center field. Hit off his glove, but it was a great effort by Lee. He's got 2 runners on, 2 in scoring position with 2 outs. Park's pitch way high and outside, 1-0 with 2 outs. Starting to get the starting lineups for the next game. It's going to feature Brownsville, Texas, taking on one of 2 Southern Illinois teams here. The host city, Marion squad, will be playing in the next game as Lee swings and misses at the pitch, evens the count at 1-1 with 2 down. They'll be taking on Brownsville, Texas in the game right after this, usually about 50 minutes between games. It's scheduled for 4 o'clock, but I promise you it's going to be behind as they try to throw back and get Jenkins at second base. He's able to slide in head first, get a hand on the bag before the tag. So everybody gets back in place. They're not holding him on tight at second, so he can get a big lead. Tries to get his secondary lead. The pitch is fouled off to the right. Off the top of the roof. Count 1-2. So here comes the pitch from Park to Noah Lee. Oh, looked like it caught the corner. Doesn't get the call, though, so it evens the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the 4th inning, all tied at 3. So here's the 2-2 pitch from Park. Fouled straight back into the netting. Noah Lee hangs right in there. Wu has had 14, 15 pitches now as he misses high. Runs the count full, 3-2. Here to Noah Lee. Lee sparked the offense in the first inning. Kobe Donald came in right behind him on an RBI. They took a 2-0 lead as the pitch was above Lee's head, so he walks and winds up at first. And we've got bases loaded for North Carolina right now. And Park Gyung-woo needs a 3rd out. Cody Donald will step in, the 3rd baseman. Had a single. That drove Lee to 3rd in the first inning. Donnell finally scored in that first as well. So the pitch from Park Gyung-woo is high for a ball. Bases loaded for North Carolina. A great opportunity here to take the lead. Base hit would score 2. In the gap would probably score all 3. Cody Donnell at the plate. Here's the pitch, high, 2-0. So he's going to see something to hit here, 2-0. 78-mile-an-hour fastball from Park Gyung-woo. Donnell is set. Park is set. Here's the pitch, way high, as Kwon has to jump up and grab it, and that saves a run. 3-0 now. Do you take a pitch here? Here's the 3-0 pitch. From the stretch. Outside, walks in 1. So Derek Martinez will score the 4th run for North Carolina. Jenkins will move to 3rd. Noah Lee will go to 2nd, and Cody Donnell heads down to 1st on the base on balls. 2 runs scored here for North Carolina to take the 4-3 lead in the top of the 4th. And now hitting for North Carolina in place of C.J. Johnson, who was replaced, is Ethan Penny, the pitcher. The 0-1 pitch is a little bit high. So the bases are juiced. Again, a little base hit can score a couple as he swings through the 0-2 pitch, or the 0-1 pitch. Excuse me, 1-2 now. High. Evens the count. So we got 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bases are loaded. If you're going to come out to the evening game tonight, the 4th game, Southern Illinois taking on Mexico. Following the game, there will be fireworks. I can see that Pyrotechnico is out working as Penny strikes out for the 3rd out here in the 4th.
Now batting, number 25, pitcher, Park Jing Woo.
Number 25, as he takes his first pitch in for a strike. He hits from the left side, runner at first now for Korea. Park squares to bunt. They throw to first, and Bai is able to get in, back into first. Again, Park squares to bunt. Here's the pitch. He swings away, hits it left side. Diving stop by the 3rd baseman. He bobbles it, so everybody's going to be safe. So now Korea has something brewing here in the 4th inning as they have the first 2 on after the single by Park. And that's going to bring up Kim Jong-song. Shortstop, where's number 2? This is his 3rd at bat already in this game. We're just in the 4th inning. First time up he walked. The next time up he doubled into the gap as the bunt is laid down. 3rd baseman makes the play, makes a nice throw and a nice dig by the 1st baseman, Hairston. They get Kim. It goes 5-3. And that's the first out, but it does move by and Park up. So they're standing at 2nd and 3rd with 1 out. And at the plate, Kong Min Gao is at the plate. Takes pitch for strike 1. Kong Min Gao plays center field, hits from the right side, crowds the plate. And the pitch way outside. Here comes the runner from 3rd. He's going to score with no play. That's Bai. So he's tied the game at 4 here in the 4th inning. Park makes his way toward 3rd. And so with 1 out and a 1-1 count, Kong Min Gao can drive in another run. All tied at 4. Ethan Penny, the pitcher, the right-hander, tosses. Way inside, actually hits him. So now Kong will go to first base. It'll be 1st and 3rd after the hit by pitch. Things starting to get a little crazy here for North Carolina. They've given up the tying run. They've got 2 on here. And at the plate, Choi Hyung Koo.
Number 13, Choi Hyung Koo.
He hits from the right side. The umpire had to go get some extra baseballs from the dugout on the first base side. That's where Korea is. As catcher Brady for Carolina sets the defensive play for the Greensboro Green. First and third, 1 out. Pitch from Ethan Penny on the way. Squares to bunt, but pulls back, and so now Kong is ready to make his way toward second, or he does. So we've got runners at second and third. 1-0 count. Coach Young Musan is at third. Gives the sign. The pitch from Penny inside for a ball, 2-0. Here at Rent One Park, we've got 3,400 chair seats, a lawn seating area for over 2,000. The Hot Corner Entertainment Plaza where you can get food and beverages, play cornhole, play ping pong. You can do that and watch the game up there. It's a cool place to watch a game as Penny's pitch is in there for a strike, 2-1. 3 concession stands, a 10-hole mini golf course here at Rent One, a fun zone where there's inflatables, 14 suites, there's a banquet facility, full color video board, virtual scoreboards, and it is the home of the Southern Illinois Miners as Penny's pitch is low. Count 3-1 now. And everyone associated with the Southern Illinois Miners, from owner Jane Simmons to CEO Mike Pinto and manager of the Southern Illinois Miners, they're on the road. We just are very pleased to be here as a ground ball left side through the hole. That's going to score 1. Park comes in to score. And now it's 5-4, Korea. Choi gets the single. He stays at first. Kong winds up at third, so it's first and third after the single through the left side for Kong, and that's going to bring up Kwon Yok-gung. And I think Mr. Ethan Penny is done pitching as he hands the ball to Coach Brett Garrett and walks off the field. We've got a reliever coming in. We'll find out who it is and let you know in just a moment. You're listening and watching the 2018 Colt World Series.
When we were looking for a streaming platform, we were looking for something reliable. It just had to work.
Carpenter throws another one in there for strike 2. Here's the 0-2 pitch, fouled off to the right. Count remains at 0-2. The 0-2 pitch swung on and missed as Kwon goes down on strikes. 2 down here in the 4th inning. Runners first and third. And Sim Jun So at the plates. His first time he struck out. Then he walked in the third, wound up at third, but was stranded. Carpenter's pitch fouled off. That's going to be in the press box right to our right. I hope somebody caught that. You can hear him chattering next to us. That was close. And the next pitch is fouled back as well. Not quite as close as that last one. As Sim shakes off his hands. He's got batting gloves on, but that one stung just a little bit. Here, if you come out for the Colt World Series and you do get a foul ball, it's not the professionals. You need to try to return those baseballs. But if you do, as Sims strikes out looking to end the fourth inning. If you do get a foul, Isaiah Hairston, first baseman, hits from the left side. North Carolina down 1. It's been a back and forth game as Correa scores 2 in the last inning as the outside pitch, the sidearm pitch from Kong, is in for a strike. 0-1. Isaiah Hairston grounded out in the first, struck out in the third, and he's just looked at his second strike here in the fifth inning. These games go 7 innings. Kong's next pitch is a little bit high and outside. It's 1-2. The 1-2 pitch on the way to Hairston. 78 mile an hour, grounded to short. Shortstop bobbles it. He'll not recover, and Hairston's able to leg out a single to start the fifth inning for North Carolina. The shortstop, Song, he booted it, was bounced right back up to him, but it was too late. And so that means that Isaiah Ream is at the plate, the shortstop. He singled in the first, reached on an error in the fourth inning. Hits from the left side, squares to bunt. The pitch catches the outside corner. Nice curveball. 63 mile an hour curveball as Kong has this big sweeping motion to the outside, kind of a side armor. And that pitch is right on the black. No balls, 1 strike. Ream squares to bunt, gets it down, but it's foul. Everybody has to come back where they were. 0-2. You can hear in the background the ping of the batters up in the batting cage warming up. The next game is Brownsville, Texas, going to take on Marion. That's coming up after this game, probably about 50 minutes at the conclusion of this game. Now we're looking at sometime around 4:35. So we're quarter till the hour of 4 o'clock. Wherever you're at, thank you for watching. If you're in Korea, 13 hours ahead, I think. Thank you for watching. We appreciate it. We appreciate the teams coming here to Marion and seeing this ballpark for the first time. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out here in the top of the fifth.
The IBM Cloud Video service provides us with complete flexibility. We use subscription, pay-per-view and ad-free, so we need that white label solution as well as the security to be able to keep our content behind the paywalls.
Justin Brady comes to the plate from the left side. 1 on in front of him, 1 down. Brady, the catcher, looks at a sweeping curveball, 66 miles an hour. The 0-1 pitch, fouled straight back. Brady was on top of that one, just missed it. I see some of the Marion players that will be playing the next game. They're over by the third base dugout as the 0-2 pitch is outside for ball 1. I believe it's Brownsville, Texas that is in the batting cages in right field up by the clubhouse area. The 1-2 pitch fouled off to the right. Count remains 1-2. Ball game so far, Greensboro has 4 runs on 5 hits, no errors. Korea has 5 runs on 7 hits. They've had 4 errors in the game. The 1-2 pitch on the way. Right back at the pitcher. They can get 2. Turns and fires to short. Gets 1. Throw is ahead for 2. A nice job by Korea to get out of trouble on that one as it goes 1-6-3 for the double play. And that ends the 5th inning here at Rent One Park. It's still 5-4 Korea. Hits from the right side. Chad Carpenter remains the pitcher as Lee drives it toward right fielder. Jenkins Cam Sendrit makes the catch to start the 5th inning, the bottom of the 5th for Korea. 1 down. Park Jung Bin comes to the plate, the right fielder.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 17, Park Jung Bin.
He grounded out in the 2nd. Pops this one foul, the first pitch. Hit into a fielder's choice back in the 3rd, double play. And hits here in the 5th with nobody on. The 0-1 pitch is way high, and he has to fall out of the way to keep from getting hit. Climbs back in there. Here's Carpenter's 1-1 pitch. Down the middle, pops it up right side. First baseman Hairston glides over, but he's going to run out of room just barely as it hits down in the camera well to our right, just off the end of the first base dugout. If he were about 6'5", he might have got that, but he's not. So it's a long strike, a 1-ball, 2-strike count with 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. Korea with a 5-4 lead. Swing and a miss on a slow curveball. Off speed to get Park. 2 down now. Just couldn't lay off.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 8,
left fielder
Bae
for Korea.
Kyung Sang.
Bae Young Zhang is the hitter. Sacrificed back in the 2nd, walked in the 4th, bats here in the 5th with 2 outs rather, nobody on. Lays the bat out over the top of the plate, pulls it back, takes the pitch, fouls it off of the catcher, who seems to be okay. Steps out in front to give him a break. Chad Ozzie, the umpire at home plate. Tom Haas at first. Terry Erickson at 2nd. Randy Kershke, who was behind the plate in game 1, stands at 3rd. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Misses it. He's got a 1-ball, 2-strike count. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Grounded to 3rd. Donnell gets it, throws it across to Hairston, and gets his man 5-3. So
For North Carolina,
4 runs
the
on
left
5
fielder,
hits,
number 11,
no errors
Derek
for Greensboro.
Martinez.
5 runs, 7 hits, 4 errors for Korea, And leading off here in.
We were looking for a platform that would help to reflect the high standards of the Wharton brand. IBM Cloud Video has helped us double our viewership. With a very high quality stream, it helps us to retain our viewers. And with modern features such as the Q&A module, it keeps those viewers engaged. And with the analytics console, we use the information provided from that to find out how we can make the viewing better for the next experience.
Here's the 1-2 pitch. Way outside. 2-2. Pretty good crowd. It's filled in. Should be a great night for baseball for the 8 o'clock game tonight. That'll be Southern Illinois' debut in the 2018 Colt World Series. They take on Mexico. That's an 8 o'clock first pitch, and then immediately after the game, fireworks here at Rentwood Park, which are a tradition on Friday nights if there's a game. We invite you to come out if you're watching online. If you are watching online, thank you. The 3-2 pitch line back up the middle, shortstop. Rain gets it, or excuse me, Kim gets it, fires across. They get Martinez. That play goes 6-3 for the first out here in the 5th inning.
Now batting,
Song across
right
the
fielder,
so.
number 9.
Now hitting number
Luke
9, right fielder
Jenkins.
Luke Jenkins, who hits from the left side. He's been to the plate twice already, doubled in the second. Singled in the 4th. So Jenkins hits from the left side, bounces this one off the left side. Shortstop makes the play, long throw, not in time. And the ball bounces into the crowd to the seats to the right. So that means that Jenkins will take second on the ground rule double. So it's a single. And the error on the shortstop, E6. So Jenkins finds himself at second.
Now batting,
and
the
that's going to
catcher,
break up second
number
baseman.
2, Devin,
Number 2, Devin
Tompkins.
Tompkins. Grounded out to the pitcher back in the second, flew out popped it up to the catcher in the 4th. He hits from the right side. Jenkins at second. The pitch is swung on by Tompkins and miss. 0-1. Carolina down to 5 outs remaining. They need a couple of runs. They're down 1, 5-4. Nice curveball from Kong is in there for a strike. 0-2 with 1 out. Runner at second. Outfield straight away. Shortstop at regular depth. Inside to Tompkins. 1-2 now. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Kong. He goes with it, pushes it the other side. That's going to sacrifice the runner over, but the pitcher doesn't cover. And so Tompkins winds up with an infield hit, and he moved the runner over to third. The pitch was way outside, but Tompkins just laid the bat out there, went with the pitch, exactly what you're supposed to do, and he outruns the pitcher to first base. So now North Carolina, Greensboro, North Carolina Green, they've got something going here.
Now
with
batting,
2 on, 1
center
out.
fielder, number 3,
Back to the top of the
Noah
order, Noah Lee. He walked in the first, flew out in the third, walked in the 4th. He's at the plate, works from the right side of the plate. The pitch from Kong down the middle, a little low though for ball 1. Great opportunity here for North Carolina, Greensboro, to get back and at least tie and maybe take the lead as they have a runner 90 feet away at third base. That's Jenkins. At first base is Tompkins. This is Noah Lee at the plate. outside. Tompkins is easily able to steal second base as the throw from the catcher was cut off. Then we're going to see if maybe Jenkins was going to try and take off for home. He doesn't. Tompkins gets credit for the stolen base. So now 2 runners are in scoring position, second and third for Greensboro, North Carolina. Kong's 1-1 pitch with 1 out. Inside, 2-1. This has been a back and forth game. Carolina scored 2 in the first, scored 2 in the fourth. Pitch is fouled straight back. South Korea, they scored 1 in the first, 2 in the second. They scored 2 in the fourth to take the 5-4 lead. And that's where we stand right now. But Greensboro is threatening the East Zone champions from Greensboro, North Carolina. Here's the 2-2 pitch from Kong. He swings and misses. Nice strikeout. Big strikeout for Kong as Noah Lee will head to the dugout with 2 outs. That's going to bring up third baseman Cody Donnell.
Now batting.
Where's number 1?
Third baseman, number 1.
He had a single in the
Cody
first, struck out in the
Donnell.
third, walked in the fourth. Steps in with a chance to drive in 2 here with 2 outs. The pitch from Kong swings in. Big sweeping curveball for a strike. 0-1, 2 outs. The 0-1 pitch fouled off by Donnell. Off the netting just below us. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Timeout taken by Cody Donnell. He asked for timeout. It's granted by home plate umpire Chad Ozzie. Here's the pitch. Swung on, missed. To end the inning, Donnell strikes out swinging. So Carolina, after getting 2
They
on,
play in all
having that
corners
second
of
third,
the
they're
world.
not able
Boys
to
and
push
girls
them
each
across.
learning the
They
true
find themselves
value that
down
only
the run,
teamwork,
heading
competition,
to
and
the bottom of
sportsmanship
the
can.
pit. First pitch is on the way, fouled back, and it's going to go off the roof just above us. Hitting right now, Kong Hong-ju. He's the pitcher.
Ladies and gentlemen, please return all foul balls to the Visit SI table located on the concourse.
On Ju, where's number 12? Here's the pitch.
We use IBM Cloud Video to distribute our video.
First hit of the game, a single to left field. And that's going to take us back to the top of the order. Shortstop number 2, Kim Jun Song. Where's number 2? He walked in the first, doubled in the second, then grounded out to third back in the fourth inning. Kong stands at first. Chad Carpenter, the pitcher for Carolina, throws one in there for a ball, a little bit high. So 1 ball, no strikes, nobody out. 1 on. Pitch is fouled off. Straight back by Kim. Plenty of time to get out here if you're watching locally. You could make your way down I-57 or Route 13 to Rent One Park. We invite you to come out. $8 for a ticket to get in, but you can, for $25, you can get a ticket that will get you into all 5 days. The championship game will take place on Wednesday. 4 games today, 4 games tomorrow, 4 games on Sunday. Fouled back. Then you're looking at 3 games on Monday, 3 games on Tuesday, And then Wednesday, there could be as many as 3. Just depends on what the record is as the bracket works its way down. There will be at least 1 on Wednesday. The 1-2 pitch. Oh, looked like it caught the corner, but didn't get the call. And then the catcher throws the ball away. It's recovered by Ream at shortstop. So no harm, no foul. Kong stands at first. 2-2 pitch from Carpenter is on the way. Outside and high. Ball 3. Full count now. Swung on and missed. Strikeout for Carpenter of Kim. That's the first out here in the 6th inning. Gets him swinging. Kong Min Gao steps in, the center fielder. Where's number 1? Struck out the first 2 times up. Hit by a pitch his last time up. That was in the 4th. Struck out swinging in the 1st, in the 2nd. Looks at ball 1 here in the 6th. On deck, Choi. Choi is on deck. Pitch is outside. 2-0. 4 runs, 6 hits for Carolina. 5 runs, 8 hits, 5 errors on this South Korea team as the pitch is high. 3-0 now to Kong Min Gao. See the team from the Netherlands there right below us, right behind home plate. Pitch is in for a strike, count 3-1 now. They're the defending champions. Won it a year ago, Lafayette, Indiana, previous home of the Colt World Series. Pitch is fouled off to the right. Think they'll run out of room, and so a cameraman jumps up. He may get a foul ball here. I wonder if he'll cash it in for a $10 Dick's gift card, Dick's Sporting Good gift card. If you do that, if you come to the game, and you get a foul ball, it's not the majors, not unlimited resources, so they do ask that you bring the ball back, but they'll give you a $10 gift card to Dick's Sporting Goods, one of the sponsors here of the Colt World Series. You can follow all the action if you go to coltworldseries.org. You can watch the games live on there where we're streaming. You get the rosters, information about the teams, what's going on. And as this tournament progresses, there will be more and more information that will be posted there. We appreciate Carson's help in making sure that gets taken care of. Here's the 3-2 pitch, swung on and missed. 2 strikeouts in a row now for Chad Carpenter as he gets Kong swinging. Still a runner at first. That's Kong Hanzhou. Choi Yoon-kyu is at the plate, the third baseman. He wears number 13. Previously, he walked in the first, struck out in the third, singled in the 4th. Bats here in the 6th with 1 on, runner at first. Facing a 1-ball, no strike count. Here's the pitch, a little high, 2-0. You'd like to see Korea extend the lead here. They do have the 5-4 lead, up 1. Here's the 2-0 lead, 2-0 pitch rather, outside 3-0. The 3-0 pitch. High for ball 4. So on 4 pitches, Choi walks. That moves Kong up to second. Lee Ho Young He'll step into at the plates. This is his first at bat. He just entered the game last inning, replacing Kwang Yong-gu, who had a single and 2 strikeouts. Young facing an 0-1 count. 2 on, pitches high, ball 2, or ball 1 rather. 1-1. Swung and missed. 1-2. Carpenter's kind of sped up his pace a little bit here. In the 6th inning, he's done a nice job in relief, the third pitcher for Greensboro. C.J. Johnson started as the ground ball left side, shortstop, flips to second. They get the third out on the force out of Choi. So it's 6-4 to get Choi for the third out. Fielder's choice for Lee. And we are going to head to the top of the 7th inning. North Carolina needs some runs. If they don't, this game is over. We've got the 7th inning next. We welcome you back to Brentwood Park. It's Dave McKenzie as we head to the top of the 7th here. This is the last opportunity for Greensboro, North Carolina in this game. Kang Hung Ju still on the mound. The right-hander throws ball 1. Leading off is Ethan Perry. Oh, pinch hitter, Mark Scott.
When we were looking for a streaming platform, we were looking for something reliable. It just had to work. We needed something that was easy to use, not only for the people doing the broadcast, but for our employees that were on the other end to be able to watch a secure stream. How difficult or easy was that? And then we were also looking for security. So we wanted to make sure that information we were transmitting over the broadcast was something that only our employees were seeing.
In here. Kang Han Ju would get the win, I believe, in this game, if he can hold on here. Nice pitch to strike out. Mark Scott got him swinging. 1 down. 2 outs remaining for Greensboro, North Carolina. The first game of the day, it was a win by Bay City, Michigan, 4-1 by Puerto Rico. Next game coming up, we'll start in about 50 minutes after the conclusion of this game. That'll be Brownsville, Texas Prospects taking on Marion. That's next as the pitch is fouled off to the left side, runs the count 0-2. To Isaiah Hairston, the first baseman for Greensboro, North Carolina. As the coach for Korea comes out, he's going to take Ju out. He pitched a heck of a ball game when he came in. And so going to be a reliever, and let's see if we can get a number. Number 18, Park Jun-young.
Now pitching for Seoul, Korea. Number 18, Park Jun-young.
So a pitching change made by Coach Young Moo Sung. Brings in Park Jun-young, the right-hander. Throws pretty quick as his warm-up pitches in the mid-70s. Greensboro, North Carolina, they are down to their last opportunity. They need some runs here. They find themselves down 5-4. They scored 2 in the first as Noah Lee led off with a base on balls. He wound up scoring. Cody Donnell, he scored, singled, and later scored. After one, it was 2-0 Greensboro, North Carolina. Korea came back. They scored 1 in the bottom of the first. And then they took the lead in the second inning as Lee scored and Song scored. They led it, or tied it at 2-2. They scored 2 more in the fourth to lead it 6-4, or excuse me, 5-4. And that's where we stand now as we have Park Jun-young, the new pitcher for Korea. He's facing Isaiah Hairston. Hairston from the left side looks at a ball outside. 1-2 the count, 1 down. Top of the 7th. Here's the pitch. Outside, way outside. 2-2. Don't forget to stick around. Next game should be a good one. Brownsville, Texas, taking on Marion. That'll be approximately 50 minutes after the conclusion of this game. Teams have a chance to warm up on the field before the game, get some hitting practice in. The turnaround time for everybody trying to get the next game going. Full count to Hairston. Drives it in right field. Back goes the right fielder. Back, turns, makes the catch right in front of the wall. A nice job by Jenkins Ben out in right field as he leans up against the fence, turns around and bows to his opponents in the bullpen. 2 down on the long fly ball to right. So now Carolina's down to their final opportunity with 2 outs. Isaiah Ream steps into the plate on the left side. Ream in this game, 1 for 3, singled in the first, reached on an error in the fourth, struck out in the fifth. But he's the last hope right now for Greensboro Green. 1 ball, no strikes. In there for a strike to even to count 1-1 with 2 outs. Here's the pitch. The 1-1. Way outside, 2-1. Isaiah Ream pretty quick. So he hits from the left side, gets that first quick step. Pitch driven down the left field line, but it's curving foul. Goes up in the grass on the left field side. So evens the count. Deuce is wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Down to the last strike for Greensboro, North Carolina. Park Jun-young, the pitcher. The 2-2 pitch. Popped up. Right side. Second baseman calls for it. First baseman calls him off. That is so. He makes the catch. And Korea wins the game 5-4 over Greensboro. North Carolina. The second game of the Colt World Series here in Marion. So 4 runs, 8 hits, 1 error for North Carolina, 5 runs, 11 hits, 4 errors. 4, 8, and 1, 5, 11, and 4 for North Carolina. So now that means that Korea will advance on into the bracket. They are going to take on Corvina, California tomorrow at 6 p.m. here at Rent One Park. California got the bye into the next round, as did the Netherlands, the defending champions. So that means that South Korea will play tomorrow at 6 o'clock. Coming up next, it's going to be game 3 between Brownsville, Texas, and the Marion team. Their first appearance here in the Colt World Series as Korea bows toward the cameras after their win here, 5-4. We're going to take a break. We'll have game number 3 coming up for you in just a little bit. Thank you for watching. Let your friends know. You can head to coltworldseries.org or log on to siminers.com and watch the game as well. We'll talk to you soon with game 3 of the 2018 Colt World Series.
We were looking for a platform that would help to reflect the high standards of the Wharton brand. IBM Cloud Video has helped us double our viewership. With a very high quality stream, it helps us to retain our viewers. And with modern features such as the Q&A module, it keeps those viewers engaged. And with the analytics console, we use the information provided from that to find out how we can make the viewing better for the next experience.